Yeah, you know about my book, right? So I go for self-publishing. You don't use a publisher. Go direct to the printer to reduce costs for you, to keep absolute creative control, and there are a lot of benefits actually. These days, you can just do your job of writing the book, and you can tie up with professionals like logistics provider, web hosting, payment gateway, and all that. That's what I've done. So I'm gonna go for self-publishing, and well, yeah, the pre-order is there, and let me tell you how that works. It's like you make the pre-order. I wait for like 220 pre-orders into 1,000 rupees. That's how much I actually need to order the mass print. And once that is done, that will take like 7 working days. So that's like 9 days. That's what the printer told me. Orange Press at Statue. So 9 days plus maybe like one more week to get all the 220 230 odd pre-orders that I need to make the money. And so maybe like in 2 weeks or so the book should be there, and I can send it to you. We'll figure out how that's to be done. You can pick it up at my house, which is between Karakutam and Lulu Mall, 2E Silver, SFS Cyber Palms. You're welcome anytime. Or I can just send it to you, India Post, or maybe like give it some way. We'll figure that out. So yeah, the discounts, there are discount codes which I use. I price my book 1,300 rupees for the international market, mainly those who just land up at my website. For people from India, I hope they get the discount code which I have in the description. And for the others, so yeah, you can use the discount code and get 300 off. That's $1,000. But for those of you guys who I've met before in Trivandrum while promoting my book, I can have like a 900 selling price, and some of you are like really poor. I met like people, 19-year-olds, college students and stuff, who would perhaps be looking for a bigger discount. You can feel free to DM me in case the price is too high for you. Don't let that stop you from like placing the order. DM me, I might work out like a bigger discount for you. Okay. And for others who say they don't have time, that does not make sense. I won't buy that argument, because time is something which you only get if you unlock time by taking the right decisions, and you got to know to do that. So you can invest a bit of your money and your time to unlock a lot more time by taking the right decisions. Yeah, so make the pre-order today and tell all your friends. See that thing about the stamps in my website. So the first 300 copies are limited edition, rare. Get those because they'll be really valuable, like stamp collectors. And just go to my website and read that about my book. It's about the first principles of reality, like sacred geometry and gematria, how all this influences reality, social reality, which you need to know to actually take decisions, to unlock your ambition, so that people don't just treat you as hands and feet. Like you might have all the intelligence, but if you're denied the real knowledge, then people will exploit you. And in the information age, it's especially more important to know these things. But luckily for you, no one really knows. I myself have found out all this by 15 years of research, and in the 10th year of my research, I had no idea of maybe 60-70% of the things you would see in my book. The reality as of now, let's talk about that. So there's like the universe and the multiverse. Okay, I describe the differences in my book. Now there are several competing rival ideologies about the order of the multiverse, which compete with each other to dominate the universe, and they compete with the ideology of the universe, which also has its limitations. This is in a nutshell what's going on in culture. Innocent people get caught up in all these trends they get caught up like in building empires which are doomed to fail. The real ideology of the multiverse order is not known. So this is a trap for humanity. This is the trap which has caused the mortality of humans, because if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Mortality came about because humans were denied of information. Oh, there's a long story which I cover in my book, how that happens millions of years ago when the Satya Yuga ended and stuff. The age of lies began. Yeah, so these are the things which we should know, because it can be reversed. We need not follow the blind if we know what's what. And Earth is like the only planet in the cosmos which is both the capital of the multiverse and the universe. That is like a big thing. There's a lot of potential to set things right. So we need not be mortal. We can have immortality, but the only thing is we need to bridge out to the far civilizations to do that, rather than be dominated by all the middlemen between Earth and far, who will sort of like try to brainwash people into their idea of what is wrong. So my book does not tell you to do this or that, it just tells you what is what. So based on your knowledge, based on where you are, you can take your decisions and you can customize your plan. You just have to know what's what, so that you can be safe, these days. So yeah, all what I say is like not very hard to figure out, right? At least the overall ideology that we should have reform, that things are not really right. You don't need any Socrates or Plato to tell you that. And neither did I at the age of maybe 23, 21 or something. I just like quit my second job, and like I thought, okay, it's better I should research about what's what, rather than go into a job where people don't even know what's up. And that's because when I was like a teenager, 18, we saw the 9/11 attacks, and we knew that things are really wrong at the top. It's more like kids in a classroom fighting each other. That's how the power works. That's wrong. And like everyone of our generation used to research, and I stuck to it for 15 years, and yeah, this is the result, and it's finally done. And since that 9/11, when you had all that plane crashing into the Pentagon, the sort of Office of American Counterterrorism, after that you've got like the terrorists dominating all those counterterrorism in America, and it's been a dark age since then, the Y2K era. If you saw my 7-hour film, the first part I talk about that, why that happened and all that. And because of that, for the youth, especially right now, the options at hand are really bad. People are expected to take a PhD and go for Swiggy, Zomato jobs at the end of it. And some of them like pay 50 lakhs for Harvard MBAs, and there's a 23% unemployment rate. What I mean is this whole blind leading the blind idea, and the idea that it's easier to actually, it's not, because I actually switched to my own way of life, and this is much easier. First of all, your heart will respect you, because you are sort of like syncing with it, rather than just dancing to whoever's ordering you to do whatever stupid thing, and the heart will be like pumping blood to dance to all that, and it will get overworked and you'll get a heart attack. It's just not worth it, that stressful life, if we just like figure out how to actually do it the right way.